Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Victoria Katasi, your health and wellness expert and a specialist treating children with brain and spine cancers. So today we are going to talk about 10 things that I no longer do as a health and wellness expert, hoping that these will also help to inspire you so that you can also elevate your wellness to a higher level. So the first thing, I no longer prioritize work over sleep, because sleep is actually very essential, one, for my rest as a person, so for my body to actually rest from all the fatigue of the day, but also for my brain, because I do a lot of mental tasks, research, teaching, reading, so it's important for me to actually also rest and distress my brain so that I'm actually more productive and creative the next day. And sleep is also important generally for the well-being, for my outlook, and also I have energy the next day to actually work out, lift the weights that I need, take the run that I need. So I no longer prioritize work over sleep. When it's time to sleep, it's time to sleep. And I try to get in the right amount of sleep, at least 7 or 7.5 hours a night, because that's what my body needs to be able to function optimally the next day. So number 2, I no longer skip meals. In the course of my life, I have come to realize that skipping meals because I'm working too much or because I want to go on a stringent diet is quite unhealthy for me. And along the way, because of the way that I used to work without eating, I actually developed some gastritis, or what people actually call ulcers. And for me, this was a journey that was quite difficult to get to a point of today where I actually feel healthy and I can spend 6 months without any pain is quite something amazing for me. And so I have learned that skipping meals for whatever reason for me is not good. But also because I am a high performer and I am a very productive person, I realized that I need this energy that comes from the food that I eat to fuel my brain, to keep me productive, okay? And keep me creative and make sure that I'm also at my best to see my patients. Number 3, I no longer neglect my hydration. So I take very care of what I am drinking and the quantities that I drink during the day. So I actually have come up with a habit of carrying a bottle to work. And I carry a bottle that is about 1,000 mils, knowing that if for at least a half or 3/4 of my day I take that 1,000 mils, then for the last part of my day I'll be able to fill it up and take another 1,000 mils by the time that I go to bed. And I make sure that as I am working, the bottle is on my desk, so I see some patients or I write some paragraphs of the research, I drink a bit. And when it's time to refill, I will refill it, because we have containers at work for hydration that you can actually use to refill. Number 4, I no longer overbook my schedule. As a health and wellness expert, I understand that it is important to live a balanced life. So it's important to have boundaries between work and the rest of my life. I need to have a time to hang out with friends and family, a time to relax, a time to have fun, okay? A time to also pray, meditate, a time to actually think about my life, to create, but also a time to study and a time to work well, a time to work out, go to the gym, go for a run, take care of my physical health, because all of these areas are what add up to me being healthy and being holistically well. So I no longer overbook my schedule because I realize that I need the time to actually relax and also pay attention to the other areas of my life, and this is what keeps me showing up as my best self in everything that I do every day. Number 5, so I no longer rely on processed foods as my sole source of food. In my earlier days, especially when I had just started working, I used to order a lot of takeouts, okay, because I'm so exhausted at the end of the day. I don't want to cook with the only free day that I have in my week. Maybe it's a Saturday, and I probably have to do other things around the house, like clean the house, wash my clothes. So the time to cook was not there, but I need to eat. So I'll find myself ordering, having takeouts for most of the time. And of course, most of the food that is available is processed foods, chips, pizzas, and that kind of stuff. So with time, I realized that it was difficult, first of all, to manage my weight. I put on excessive weight, but also with that I would end up feeling, getting unhealthy generally because I am not eating as well as I should eat. I'm not eating the right food that should fuel my body. So I have learned, one, to shop, and if I cannot shop, at least I'm able to send somebody to help me with the shopping so that I have healthy food in my house. And I cook my food. At times that I cannot cook, I get somebody to actually cook and instruct them how to cook my food and make sure that I have healthy food around in my house. I bulk cook and prepare for the week so that I always have available food to eat. Number 6, I no longer ignore my mental health. So as a health and wellness expert, I have come to realize that my mental health is as important as my physical health. And I guess also as a doctor, I have always known that mental health is also an important part of health, because health is not just about a lack of disease or infirmity, but you being healthy holistically as a person. So I have incorporated habits into my life that help me to maintain or take better care of my mental health, like meditation, okay? Like journaling, because for me it helps me to de-stress, okay? And also in cases where I feel like I am really overwhelmed, then I would talk to a therapist. People tend to think that therapists are only for people who have serious mental illnesses and are breaking down, but actually every healthy person needs a therapist. And you need to have therapist sessions once in a while. And I have learned that for me all these things are important, and I'm doing these things to show up as my best self, so taking better care of my mental health. Number 7, so I have learned not to skimp on exercise, but to take my exercise seriously. So gone are the days where, my motive for exercising was just to look good, and fit in those dresses that I want to fit in. Now that I am growing older and wiser, I know that for me exercise is also about maintaining my mental health, being more productive at work, being more creative, becoming the best self that I can be, but also making sure that I am growing stronger bones and muscles for my later years, so that even when I turn 50, I will be able to take a flight of stairs with ease. Number 8, I have learned not to excessively multitask, okay? So there's this saying that women are very good multitaskers, but have you ever wondered how effective you are when you're doing 4, 5, 6 things at once, okay? Because the truth is, the amount of focus that you're going to give to each of these activities is going to be divided. So you cannot do each activity to the best of your ability. So I have learned not to excessively push or stress myself to do so many things at once. Rather, I prefer to focus on one activity, get it done, and do the best that I can do out of it, and then move on to the next activity, making sure that I am actually productive, but also effective and efficient as I am working. Number 9, I have learned not to neglect regular health checkups. So a lot of people wait to be sick or to feel unwell to show up at a doctor's place, okay? However, the ideal should be that at least once a year, you go for a regular health checkup just to check on how is my body doing. Am I the right weight? Okay. How is my blood pressure? How is my cholesterol level? Okay. Because all these things can change as you age. Okay. Depending on how active are you, how are you feeding, but also the body is aging. So many changes actually come as time passes by. It's important for you to know the state of your health, because if you are in danger, you're better able to manage it in the early stages than in the later stages. And here we're talking about checkups also for certain things that should be done at certain ages, like if you are, maybe you click 30 years of age, you need to do pap smears, okay? At least every so maybe 3 to 5 years, depending also on your level of sexual activity, because you're looking out for things like cervical cancer, okay? If you're a man and you reach about 40 to 45 years of age, you need to have screen checks for prostatic cancer, okay? So all these are important things for us to keep in mind. Don't wait to have the symptoms for you to show up at the doctor, but have the checkups that are necessary for you at the right time so that you can avoid what could be a disaster. So number 10, I have learned to surround myself with positive company and positive energy. I no longer want to be around negativity or negative people who put me down, okay? People who water down my goals, my dreams, my efforts. I am naturally a very ambitious girl. I am a trailblazer, and I dream of doing a lot of great things in this world and impacting so many people. And because sometimes my dreams may appear staggeringly big to some people, I have learned to choose those who believe or dream with me and can support me along the way to be able to achieve these dreams that I want to live out in my life and leave the legacy that I want to live out. Because negativity has a way of actually watering down on your effort. So thank you very much for listening to me. I hope this inspires you to make some positive changes in your life, put in some more positivity, get out the negativity, and live overall a holistically healthier life. Please feel free to hit the like button, to subscribe, and to share if you found this useful. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section, and you can reach out to me in case you would like to work with me as a health and wellness coach. My information will be in the bio. Thank you. And please let us know if there are any things that you no longer do as someone on your health and wellness journey. You can put those in the comment section below, or things that you've actually decided to do as part of your health and wellness journey.